before, if you've ever gone to like the Travelers Championship or anything, have you been to yet?
Yeah.
Those guys, when they're on the driving range, they're still reviewing their setup. So if you're ever on the golf course and you start to see that ball leaking out to the right or leaking out to the left, usually you have to go back to your setup. So let's review that real quick. Posture, I'm going to recommend you start with a back straight, and then you're tilting towards the golf ball, and then we go into that slight knee flex, right? Because if we get into this kind of like C posture, it's going to be really hard to rotate into our back foot. Here, when I'm here, I can rotate much easily into my back foot because the golf swing is a weight transfer. So I'm here, I go up to the ball. I'm going to make sure that the ball position that I have is in the middle relative to the center of mass that I have. So I'm here. And then the pressure in my feet. Where should I feel the pressure in my feet?
In the
favoring
in the left front, in the left front to start, and then in your right, and then end up on your left.
You're thinking of when we're on the pressure board doing the drill, which is fine that you're thinking that way. I like it because you're thinking that the golf swing is a weight transfer, which is great. When we're at address, though,
on the balls of both feet,
favoring the balls of our feet, yes. Yeah. We're not going to be here, though. See how my heels are lifted?
Yeah.
Not that much.
Right.
It's just favoring it. Because if I'm in my heels, you could walk over here and pretty much easily push me over. And we need stability in the golf swing. Mm-hmm. Favoring the balls of my feet here, we start to take the swing back. And then we ask ourselves, like, what is initiating the downswing? So what's initiating the downswing? What's going to get this club to move down and towards the ball?
Moving the weight to your left foot?
Yep, moving the weight to our left foot. And then am I moving it this way?
No. You have to, yes.
So I think a cue that we've discussed is right pocket, left pocket. So to be blunt, like thinking like you got a butt pocket here and a butt pocket there. When you take that club back, right pocket, left pocket. Because if this left pocket, that's not the way.
No, I've stopped myself because I'll do that and then I'll say no and then I'll do that.
You just start off with some practice swings, warm up the muscles, and then we'll go from there. You have these awesome alignment sticks in your bag.
Yeah.
Let's put these to work. For some people, that's not shoulder width, but for you, that actually works pretty well. So you can use, no, what I'm saying is, you see these little markers I have here?
Yeah.
You can use that to line up your feet.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a great training tool.
Okay, so I'm straight, bending, pinning my shoulders back, balls of my feet.
Posture looks great. Good. Good. All right, so whenever you do have a tendency to top the golf ball, you want to think, grab the golf club. So you're taking the club back. Well, the butt end of the club is starting to travel out this way, outside of the golf ball. Instead of traveling more down, it's like almost like you're putting your hands into your right pocket. It's going to travel here instead of like outside of the golf ball. Yeah, so you got to feel the butt end of the club more that way.
Okay. Like that?
Had it a little left. Yeah, that was perfect.
Okay.
So, hold on. Let's go through another setup checkpoint. Is that, remember you have your horse winning belt buckle on? What do you call it? It's a buckle?
It's a buckle.
Okay. So the butt end of the club is going to be at that buckle. Yeah, instead of being kind of left of it. Because if you start pushing that left, that club face is starting to open.
Okay.
And then your body's going to compensate in other ways to try and square that face up. Or you're going to lose it way out to the right. When you're practicing on the driving range, just keeping that in mind when you're there. Like, okay, let me check the button of the club real quick.
Right.
If you start losing the ball right or left.
Okay.
Nice. Talk about some of the drills that we've kind of done. We've been on the pressure board before, and then we also do that drill where we put the club across our chest. So let's do a few of those reps. Slow and controlled. And remember, these are all visual. This is a visual feedback, and this is going to give us visual feedback too. Because if you come up here and this is that's telling me your shoulders are traveling above the plane, above the shoulder plane. So hold on though. Let me check your posture. Straighten out that bit. Let's start with a straight back. Straight. Yeah. Now tilt. Stand up a little. Stand up a little bit more. Good. The weight favoring there. Nice. Okay, slow and controlled. Left shoulder away from the target. Where are you feeling the pressure in your right foot right now?
Along the front here.
So yeah, front inside is where we need to be.
Okay.
Good. Slow and controlled on the way back. This club head's traveling down. Pelvis travels up. Perfect. We just got to be careful because I'm seeing a little bit too much bend. So straighten up just a little bit more. More. There. Yep. Yeah. So just got to be, instead of being here, Cindy, be more up here.
Okay.
Perfect. That's ideal right there. That's the posture that you've got to be in. Perfect. All right, take a few practice swings, and like I've said before with drills, we're exaggerating the feeling so that way we can mimic it when we're actually like at the ball. And then I'm always going to recommend when you're at the driving range, like with your husband or by yourself, it's you do a drill, practice swing, then hit the golf ball. We don't want to get into a robot mode of just slamming ball after ball after ball.
It's like getting on a horse and just starting to gallop.
Yeah.
You go. You gotta warm it up.
Yeah, so you warm it up by, you just like ride the horse around? What's the warm up with the horse?
You walk around the arena, walk 2 or 3 times, walk. Then you trot 2 or 3 times.
Exactly, just like golf.
Yeah, and then you get into your canter. And then you do that a couple of times, and then you switch directions, walking, and the same thing.
I love that so much. I did notice there's some weight still on, we're hanging back a little bit. So just make sure that when here, you're thinking, sometimes what helps me is that I have the club here, like I said, left pocket, or feel that knee, this motion. Good.
That was good.
Yeah, so the feet are the engine to the golf swing. We are here, we're pushing into the ground with that right side, and then, so take a few practice swings where you're saying right pocket, left pocket. Well, before you hit this, I'm just going to check your setup. It looks great. Get a little closer. There we go. Know that this is squared up at address. We want to make sure that that bottom line is, perfect, perpendicular. When I previously walked over, it was just slightly closed. Okay?
So that's good.
Yeah, that's good. So right now,
wait, okay.
That's closed. Show me open.
That's open.
Yep.
That's
closed.
Okay.
Now it's square.
Okay.
Now exaggerate it for me. Show me an exaggerated closed club face. Perfect. Show me an exaggerated open club face. Now square. It's a little closed. Bottom line needs to be perpendicular. So there. Okay, right now, a little bit of what's going on is that I'm noticing that the left shoulder is traveling more towards your left knee to start. Yeah, so exaggerate it the wrong way. That's that left shoulder traveling. So stand right over here. It's traveling like here. See how it's almost in line with it?
And it has to be.
Instead of traveling towards the right knee.
Okay.
So a drill that we can do is still have the club across your chest, but I'm going to put the alignment stick on a diagonal angle or at an angle so that way you can reference. So if I put the alignment stick, watch, if I put the alignment stick here, I'm pulling that shoulder towards there, right? I'm actually going to put it here. So visually, I can feel like I'm really pulling that shoulder out towards the direction of my right knee. Put the club across your chest. Good. Shoulder width apart stance. Good. Let me just check your posture. Looks great. Okay. Now we're using that alignment stick as a visual aid. Perfect. Good. Are you feeling a bit of a stretch on the backswing there? There. You feel a little stretch right here, like through the left shoulder?
Okay, now I do.
Okay, good. The golf swing is a coil, right? It's going to be really hard to twist and coil if we've got this shoulder right here, right? We're not really moving the weight into that back foot properly. Now, with you getting your left shoulder, pulling it towards that right knee, you're creating more of a twist and a coil. It's going to get creating more power so you can send that ball out there. Good. Okay. Pull the left shoulder. Go. Perfect. Few more. Hold on. Go to the back foot. So pull that left shoulder away. Where are we feeling the pressure in the right foot?
On the inside.
Okay, good. I just wanted to have those checkpoints.
Yeah.
Nice. So now you know, you have these two training rods right here. It's perfect for when you go to the driving range. It's kind of boring like practicing golf. So like you don't have to be training the entire range session with this. Just let it be like 15 minutes. Yeah. And then you can go into like games or whatever you want to go into to make it, just to mix it up.
Well, a lot of the time I do the warm-up. And I will do this with my club. I don't care who sees me.
Yeah.
And I'll do this one that you had me do.
Yeah. All right, now we can go up to the ball. Feel that left shoulder pulling away from the target and moving towards that right knee. Oh, that left shoulder looks so good.
And it felt good.
That was perfect. High five. That was so good. That was exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah. So this is my question.
Yeah.
I'm squaring it up so it's not open, it's not closed. But it feels like this is not in the middle of where it's supposed to be. See, it's kind of angled.
It is slightly. That might just be the offset of the club, like how it's built.
So as long as my head looks like that, I shouldn't really.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I'm not like over there.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. See how this logo's right there?
Yeah.
So then over time, like you're grasping the club, and I start seeing this thumb. So this, let's see if you have a logo or something we can use as reference. Yeah, you could use that as the logo there. This left thumb has got to be just slightly right of the logo. You're interlocking, and this right thumb is just going to be slightly left of the logo. Make it a slight change so it doesn't feel too... How does that feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's that?
I think that looks great. I have a before of this, but we can describe it. Take your right hand off of it. Previously, that thumb was sliding over more that way. So move that thumb over there, just for purposes of, yeah. And then that right thumb was sliding more out this way.
But now we're going to go like...
Yes, we're going to have a more neutral grip here.
That.
Yep. All right, take some practice swings, slow and controlled. Right pocket, and then come here, left pocket. I'm gonna guide you through it. Slow and controlled. Take it back. Right pocket towards the wall. Excellent. Left pocket towards the wall. Stop. Look at where your weight's at. So you know what that is from? That is from that left shoulder traveling towards that left knee instead of the right knee. Because think about it. If the left shoulder's traveling this way, the weight is going to be more here. It's going to be harder for you to get to the right side. Slow and controlled. Left shoulder pulls away from the target. Good. Much better. Yes, that was proper weight transfer right there. Good. Left shoulder was traveling much better towards the right knee. There. There we go. See the weight transfer? It was so much better.
Yeah.
A few reps in your left shoulder, and then the cue is right pocket, left pocket towards the wall.
So, is it bad if I just lift my heel a tad
on the backswing?
Yeah.
If you feel like you need to, I'm okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy.
Yeah, if you feel like you need to, I'm okay with it, as long as it's still producing the results that we want.
Let's try. I want to try. Okay, that was bad.
That's fine though. You don't. Whenever you're like trying something new, you don't want to go based off. You don't want to go based off the first trial.
Everything else flew out the window.
Grip. There we go.
Feel that.
Good. So you're feeling the stretch?
Because I did it 3 consecutive times and it kind of went
the same. So I got it. The heel is not. It's just a slight raise. It's. There we go.
I got it.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And look at your finish.
Yeah.
You had all that shot, especially. You had all your weight to the left side. Shoelaces are looking at the target. Whoa! Stop. Look at where that weight is. Oh, there's a portion of it back there. And then we're over here.
Yes.
So you just got to catch yourself. It's going to be easy when you're in Scotland also. Getting fired up on the course to start overlooking these things. Just.
You kidding me? I'm going to watch that video before I play.
Back to the fundamentals. Good. Take a breather. Wow. And that's a right to left ball flight. The draw. It's going to have more spin. It's going to have more rollout. So good.
Fierce. I'm going to be fierce.
Let's review driver setup real quick. Do you want to go over some talking points, what you remember?
Sure.
Okay. What do you remember from driver setup?
Okay, so my toe is probably, the inside of my toe is probably even with the ball. A wider spread. Further back.
Further back would actually have you
bending over too much.
Now shift this way. Shift this way. Like move your whole body. Move your whole body this way. That's having the ball back of your stance. Shift this way. This is having the ball up in your stance.
Right.
With the driver, we're trying to promote a high ball flight. So you need to have the ball the front of your stance. And I like to use the left heel as a kind of marker there.
Inside, outside?
Inside of the left heel.
Yeah.
Outside of the left heel would have you like all the way over here.
Right.
So what you can do on the driving range, put that stick right there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great marker to use there.
True.
Now, I want you to feel like when you're swinging, like you've almost got like a knife right here.
Oh! All right.
Oh my God.
So I don't move my head.
you move
I'll
your
get
head.
stabbed.
You're gonna move your head as you're moving up towards the target. Yes.
So, yeah. Okay.
But during the swing, I almost want you to feel this, your head almost behind the golf ball. So here, take your practice swing first. We're gonna have in the same swing issues that we kind of see that with the irons. We're gonna see a little bit more exaggerated in the driver because with the driver, it's a longer club and it's a much faster swing. So like those two practice swings you just took, I saw it right there. This left shoulder pressure's here. We need to get that pressure there. You're thinking left shoulder away from the target, right pocket towards the wall on the backswing. Hold on, hold that backswing. That's the force. So in golf, this is the backswing, this is the downswing. So backswing, hold it right here. Good. See how you still have some,
Yeah.
I need you to shift. Yeah, that's what we need to be feeling.
Yeah.
Take the club slowly back and start feeling slow, 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 right pocket towards the wall. There. Good. Now you look fully loaded and everything. Perfect. Okay, let's do it at a little bit faster speed. Repeat that. Hold it. See how we're lifting a little bit here? Your chest, so yeah, that's better. Because this isn't rotating into your back foot this is just lifting your arms.
Right.
This has to travel together. So let's exaggerate this. I want you to feel this knee like almost, just for the purpose of this, feel it flexed. Yes. See how when you have it in that position, it loads up better, the transfer? So start taking your swing back. Good.
Yeah. And then it puts all the weight on this foot.
Exactly.
Should I use that one?
Well, I'm just noticing a lower ball flight. Let me see the club real quick. Oh, and he has it at 9 degrees standard. I want these hands more. Jeez, what the heck? Did I take a shower in the dryer today? I'm like shocking my students. Literally. There we go. Smacked.
That felt good.
Awesome. And then the other point was when you get to your backswing, feeling like your back is really towards the target. Because if you're here, that back is like towards the wall.
So the target thing.
Yes.
I was gonna say, what's the target? The wall?
Yeah, no. You're back towards the target here. Okay. That's gonna help promote that big rotation towards your back foot.
Oh my wow.
Good. All right, caught it low for the Scottish winds.
That's so funny. Grip.
Perfect.
Dance.
Hammered. Split the fairway.
Finally, the target is what helped me.
Yeah, for sure, because that if you're feeling your back towards the target more.
Yeah, and it brings my shoulder down more.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
All right, love it. I'm going to cut this up for you and everything, and I'll send it to you.